Flexington. Got Flexington here. What do you think is the hardest hole is out here at Pappy?
I'd say number 3.
Number 3?
I'd say number 3. Yeah.
Do you say that just because you know what the hardest hole is, or you just...
I can only count to 5, and in the first 5, number 3 is the hardest. No, I think it's the hardest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is the hardest hole. 467. Why do you think it's the hardest hole?
I don't know. For me, I'm not very good, so
Honestly.
I don't know. There's not a real good aiming point for me off the tee. And then it's just the long hole. If it's into the wind, it plays real tough.
It's just a straight hole. What do you mean? How do you
There's
not
no good
aim?
aiming point for me. I don't know. There's no good aiming point.
What do you like to hit?
I like a corner, baby. I like when there's like a dog leg. You
Okay,
know?
I got you. I got
straight
you.
holes.
What about the green?
The greens. I mean, I feel like the green's pretty fair. It's pretty similar to most of the greens out here. I mean, if the
not
pin's back left,
It's not gonna.
it's tough. I feel like when the pin's on the ridge in the middle to the back left.
I think today is a back left pin too.
That'd be a good pin.
So that's gonna be a challenge.
Tough pin.
I'm already 1 over on this series, so I gotta get that back to even.
There you go. Go birdie it.
Well, I will. Thanks. So here we have number 3 being the hardest hole in this golf course. It's actually the 14th hardest, so that's a little interesting. Number 3 here at Papago is one of my favorite holes on the golf course. Not only is it challenging, but I birdie it a lot, so not really too concerned about today, but when the camera does flip on, the pressure is definitely added. Welcome back to conquering the hardest holes in golf. Hole number 3 here at Papago. 467 yards from right here, this plate. This is how far I'm gonna be playing it from. Tee marker is just a little bit ahead, but we're playing it right at the plate. I do know this is a back pin, back left pin for that matter, which makes this hole just that much more difficult. You have a good amount of space in between the tee box and actually where the fairway starts. If you zoom in here, you can see the slant this fairway has. Just a little bit of slant right from all the way up top here that funnels all the way down to that tree. You can't miss left or you're in the desert over there, and you can't miss right over that mound or you funnel in the desert down there. Each hole here at Papago, at the 150 stake, you'll see a tree. Kind of one of those inside hidden hints right there. So my ball is right sitting at the 150 stake, absolutely smushed that one. What you can't see though, is that this hill right here is basically on about a 45-degree angle slope. So this fairway tilts from right to left very, very hard. So anybody hitting a hook shot off the tee is gonna funnel down here in this little desert area. A lot of tee shots end up in this left desert right here. You may be able to find it, but it may punish your golf club just a little bit. So I have 165 yards back to this flag. The ball is above my feet, so I'm gonna have to be aiming right, but I gotta make sure this ball lands left of this flag stick. These greens here are so quick that if you get on the wrong side of the hole, 3-putt comes into play really quickly. We got the far bunker over to the right, short, and over to the left. Pin is over in the middle, back left. Can't go long either, so I really want this ball to be right over to the left area over there. 165 yards, that should be a perfect 8-iron for me. The only thing is that I can't juice it too hard because this ball will bounce and release to the back of the green. And that is about as perfect as I could have played it. Not really sure what that was. It just absolutely pure sauce, that one. One of those ones where you just put it on cruise control and just watch it float right to the hole. Couldn't really have played that any better. I got about 10 feet or so right back up the hill, so I got a good look at birdie. But before I do that, let's take a check out at these bunkers. So as you may see, you could barely even see the flag stick. These are giant pot bunkers that really have very little sand in them. So if you're in here, you better have the touch of Phil Mickelson or you're not gonna get it close. And that was the far back right bunker, which is right there. You can just see how big that thing is. And these two front bunkers are really the protectors of this green. Coming in with a hybrid to 3-wood, maybe a 4-iron sometimes for these mid-high handicaps, that bunker and that bunker can create some serious hell for these golfers. Taking a look at this green from a back view, you can kind of see the spine that runs all the way down this hole, all the way to about there, and then it kind of funnels back around there. So there's a little bit of a kind of a bowl in the front, and then there's this side of the green that everybody thinks from this end is going downhill this way. But if you look in the background back there, these buttes are pulling it this way. The saying is everything breaks over to the airport over there. So this green is very confusing to a lot of golfers. Being on this side of the hole, which is very tough to see kinda, this is a little bit better view. I have a straight uphill putt. If you're on the opposite side of the hole on that side, you have to come over the ridge, back down. And again, these greens are rolling about a 12 right now. So you have to have a very delicate touch. I know this putt should go this way, but I know the airport's that way. I'm gonna play straight. Oh, I yanked her. It's one of the cases where you want that ball to go right, but the airport's pulling it back left. And that's why this hole, number 3, is the #1 ranked handicap hole at Papago. Two really good shots and a wasted away with a putt. Anything, the green complexion?
The all green complex, yeah.
What about the green? That's right. You go down into the real bad stuff. Look at that sunset. Woo! Let's take a peek. So you Ric Flair your ball out here to the right. And there is a lot of desert to be dealt with. And you're not going to be playing out of that stuff.